What's up guys, it's gootecks and we are back with more tutorial videos. This time we're going to be doing third strike with Ryu because we have SoCal's resident jackass, none other than Alex Sanchez in the studio.
Howdy folks.
Sanchez, why are we going to do Ryu today?
Because Ryu is strong.
Alright, good enough. No, actually Ryu is pretty good in third strike.
Yeah, Ryu's really good. He hits really hard. He has some tools overlapping with Ken.
Why would you pick Ryu instead of Ken in this game?
Donkey kick. That's my personal opinion.
Donkey kick is the best kick.
Dude, this move should be in every game. But other than that, he hits a lot harder, like per capita, than Ken does. Ken has more confirms, some better normals in some instances, some crappier ones in Ryu in some instances. It actually comes down to preference. I really love this move. I also love this one. And we can go over them, all the different normals and how they work, and I'll tell you why I like that normal so much.
All right.
So starting off with jab, standard thing, close variation as well. Chainable crouching, standing. So this has a use as a panic button or to set up ticks. So jab into throw, crouching jab into another normal. And if they jump, for example, this is a great anti-air if you know they're fishing for a parry, because you can machine gun it, so they have to parry all those hits. Or if you know they're going to try to do something stupid like swing with something after the parry, you can cancel into anything. So not just DP. So jump in again for me and parry, there's that option. So you could throw something slow out if they're looking for your mix-ups. So it's a good all-around move. Standing strong, his is different from Ken's in that it's actually cancelable into specials and into supers as well. So it's not a confirm where you have to link it with Ken. You could actually just do something like that with the far variation. So this is also a really good meaty because it has to be parried standing. So if somebody's guessing and you know they're going to be fishing low, this will bop them and cancel into specials afterwards, your standard set. So for his next one, Fierce, the two variations, he has a chain combo off of this. So Far Fierce is pretty good, colloquially known around these parts as the cowboy punch. So it's kind of a laggy anti-air, but it has a decent hitbox that it kind of swings above and far away from Ryu. So if somebody's jumping in and they're expecting this or something quick that's going to anti-air them, you can bop them with that. And then once they start parrying that, there's this. He has a two-hit chain. And then
that's pretty hard to parry.
Yeah, it's an awkward thing. A lot of people forget that he has that since you see it so seldomly. So Close Fierce is super fast. It's somewhere like around 4 frames for people that want to care about frame data. And it has a great hitbox in that it hits crouchers really consistently and as an anti-air as well, since it extends pretty far up above his head. So if you know someone's going to jump in and they're starting to catch onto your other anti-airs, like jump again for me, you can start walking under them and throwing this out. And it's also cancelable, so if people start fishing for parries on that, there's that. You can mix up your anti-airs as well. And then as far as jumping variations, the Shield of Justice, this has a great hitbox, it's just going to antagonize people. You'll see people go for end of the round kills with this if they just have like a bit, because it's really annoying. And then Jumping Strong is 2 hits.
Oh, that's like unparryable.
Dude, I don't care how long you've been playing this game, you're not parrying that move.
You can hit the first hit, but
yeah,
not the...
You always get that one where it's like, this time.
Yeah, right.
And then the second one hits.
This is the one.
And then the Strong in the vertical jump, just up straight up and down, it's pretty good, aims downward. And then the Fierce one, neutral, that's pretty good as far as an anti-air. If you're going to meet them, you know they're going to jump out of a corner situation, like you sweep or you knock them down, and you know they're going to go for a jump. This will catch them. And then this is your standard jump in as far as the diagonal one goes, since it's pretty far hitting. So if you're familiar with Ryu and SF4, this is like the exact same normal. And then as far as his kicks go, the old annoying shin kick, this is actually parryable high and low, I believe. So trap forward, tap down for me. Yeah, so you gotta be a little careful with that one and not use it too much. So if people are starting to fish for parries or like option select parrying, that might get you killed, since parrying a light attack gives you more advantage than parrying something else. But as far as setting up ticks, It's not that bad. You can do something like that, set up other moves into overhead or what have you. And then the crouching variation, this is useful for confirming into super. So we choose super 1 because it's the most consistent, so that's not it. There's that. And then forward, this is the button I love because it's really far hitting and it's really good against people hitting low attacks. And since this can only be high parried, this will catch a lot of people mashing down and going for a low attack. You don't get anything off of it in terms of like being able to confirm a special or a super, but just as a move that's really annoying and antagonizing people, this is really good. And then forward, this is another good meaty because it's also only high parryable. And this on block gives you a decent advantage compared to his other normals. It's like maybe 2 frames compared to everything else. So they're forced to block or put up with your mix-up afterwards. And then roundhouse, really good. It's faster than its SF4 incarnation in that you can use this far more consistently to snipe people jumping. And since it also hits a bunch of characters crouching, they kind of have to put up with it. So you can use this as a pretty decent meaty if you space it out. Like, you know they're going to do something stupid, you can swing at them trying to jump or trying to press a button. And then sweep, obviously, Shoto sweep. It's fast. It'll get you killed if it gets parried or if it gets blocked and people are on point with their punishes. But as far as a move that you're going to throw out, you're going to be using this a decent amount since it's great counter poke. It's really annoying. At far ranges, you can actually kind of make it safe since the recovery isn't going to be that bad. But Ken is a perfect example of someone that's always going to punish you. But some characters are hard pressed to do that.
Do sweep from max range, or maybe I can do my own sweep.
Sure.
See, it's too far.
Yeah.
But up close.
Up close, you're going to get killed for it. And then his low forward is, I believe, a bit slower than Ken's by maybe like a frame or 2. But it does have the advantage that it's not negative as bad as Ken. One Ken can reversal super.
3.
Yeah. One Ken can reversal super another Ken's low forward. You can't do that to Ryu. So his is a bit safer in that regard. So that's something to note. And then low forward is really good for just poking and then confirming into specials if it hits. And then even going into super if it hits. So that's really good. And then I forgot to go over low strong, but this is a great poke. It's one of those things where it can get parried, I believe, in both directions. So let's just illustrate that. So be a little cautious with it and know that you can cancel it into specials like everything else. And super as well. So you can use that as combo filler and then going into whatever damage you want. And then, is there any normals we forgot? Oh, his command overhead towards strong. Pretty good. You can get combos off of this for like combo video stuff if you hit with only the second hit super meaty. Nothing you're really gonna get in the match, but it's there. And then this strike, the solar plexus strike, it's like its SF4 incarnation, but it's a lot crappier in that it's slower. It has its uses every now and then as a meaty because it actually gives you advantage on block. Yeah, and if it hits, that'll actually work. But it's a lot easier if they're crouching because everyone in this game, when they're crouching, takes more hits.
They have a wider hitbox.
Yeah, they have a wider hitbox. Crouch again for me. They have more hit stun when they're hit crouching, so you get to have an easier time with links. And you also take more damage when you're crouching, so we can use this as an example. Stand up for me real quickly. It does a little bit on his name, or a little before his name. Crouch. Wow. Yeah, it's a pretty substantial amount. And then, not something to throw out every now and then, or hardly ever, but it's there. You can get Shinsho off of it if you're super cool, you know, if you want to impress all the girls at the arcade. And
it worked for me.
Yeah, dude. That's how you get all the girls. Say, hey, baby, ever see this link before? Yeah, that's right.
They love that one. Oh my god! I didn't know that Ryu could do that.
That's right, baby. I did. What's the other thing we should go over? Oh, his normal throw. So he has the over the shoulder, and then this one. The back throw does a bit more stun, and You can get one of those for free against most of the cast. Most people don't know that his taunt is actually pretty useful in terms of what it does. So, put some stun damage on me. That's good. So, draining down. If he taunts once, it starts draining down faster.
What?
Yeah, so hit me again. Just do it, get a bit more stun in this so we can show this off. Alright, so if he taunts twice, now that I have the second one, it's even faster.
What?
This is actually useful against some characters because stun-based characters like Makoto or another Denjin Ryu that want your stun bar to be at a certain spot before they go for like a kill combo, this will throw them off because your recovery will be a lot faster. So you can actually survive some situations where you might not get stunned before.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's something to keep in mind. Like if you need to sneak that in, like if you got a back throw and you're about to be stunned, get the free taunt and just pray you don't get stunned.
Yo, I've been playing this game for 10 years. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So 2 taunts is the max for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you don't need to get the third one like Q or anything else. But it drains pretty fast. It's actually something that's going to help you out every now and then. What else we should go over?
Specials.
Oh, that's right. Actually, let me go over his Kara throw really quickly since we forgot it. So normal throw range. Easiest way to illustrate this. Whiffs. Grip. It's Kara with toward and strong. The easiest way to practice this is to actually do it with Akuma. Because Karas are a 1-frame input, you basically have to cancel the first frame of toward and strong into the throw animation. Why you want to do it with Akuma is because Akuma actually has an audio cue when he does his toward strong. He makes like a grunt. So if you're just practicing it in the mid screen, it does like a twitch animation. Every now and then it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, if you start on like, let's say the left side of the screen and you're doing it properly, then you should be able to make it all the way to the other side.
Yeah. But if you do it with Akuma, he'll make a sound every time you throw. Whereas if you throw normally, they don't make any sound. So that's one way to practice your Kara timing. It's actually the best way to do it. And universal overhead, of course. So this is actually one of those things that people might not use enough, but it's really annoying. And it's one of those things you can do to antagonize people into doing what you want. Like let's say you sweep them and someone's being really passive about their blocking. Just do that. It'll piss them off. And then go for like the no mix-up where it's like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing this until you do something about it. It's only high parryable, so people can't option guess it and just tap down all day. And if you get it at the right spacing, 6 hits. It combos into super, which is the most consistent thing, or actually some normals if you get it really needy. Because this can go anywhere from being negative, if you do this way too close, to being like a huge amount of advantage, like maybe up to like 9 frames if you get it really far away and really meaty. So we can move on to the specials. Standard Shoto specials. It's the greatest move of all time, Donkey Kick. So Hadouken, standard stuff, cancel it off, cancelable normals. The EX variation is really good in that it's fast, 2 hits, and knocks down. So Ryu's pressure game, up close, using his normals to mix up, like making him guess between that and throw, gets even more dangerous because you can set it up constantly by just knocking people over off of any random hit.
Is that a good use of meter though?
For Ryu, his EXs are so good, I would say they are. And you want to pick Super 1 because you almost always are going to have EX, and there's a good chance you might also have the meter to back it up, like a whole super. So it gives you the most amount of meter to work with. And DP. If I remember right, I think each one has a decent amount of invulnerability. Some of them have vulnerable hitboxes in different places, so that's why you might see DPs trade with some meaties. EX isn't going to lose, and it's actually a bit faster than the other DPs, by I think a frame. These are also down parryable, so they're not that great in some situations, but as far as a punishment or beating someone out when you know they're coming in with a committed jump in, it'll be great. What else? Oh, it's also super cancelable. So if you want to do DP into super, you can do the jab one and follow it up with that. I think if you try the other ones, me get the stun bar on. Well, I'm
You're
terrible.
gonna get the meter.
Oh, that's right. Reading is fundamental, guys. Don't be Neo. See, jab one works.
Does it matter which button you use for the super?
There's no variation on his, so let me actually turn the meter on so I stop looking like a giant dumbass. And there isn't any importance to which button you use, so he's one of the characters you could just drum the super with. So just hit all 3 buttons when you do the motion. That way you have more chances to actually get it off. So jab one works. Strong one works. Fierce DP doesn't work.
So the uppercut that you use matters, not the button of the super.
Yeah, not the button. You also get cool stuff like that. What else for the DP? This also hurts a lot more if it hits with the beginning part of it compared to the later part. So if you jump, that did about your portrait's worth of damage. Now, if you're standing right there, it did more than the portrait's worth of damage. And if you're crouching, this is massive. Like, crouch down for me. Or just tap down, or hold down. Does a huge amount. So if you're gonna use it in combos, as a punish, like if they're crouching, Fierce DP is your button to go to. And then Hurricane Kick. Each one is different, so short only goes that one spin, forward, those, and then roundhouse basically travels the length of the screen. These do miss on some crouching characters, so it's something to keep in mind if you're going for a punish. Usually, if they're crouching and you're close, and Fierce DP is your punish to go to, or this, because it always knocks down. So Hurricane Kick is pretty good if they're standing mid-screen, you get into a poke game, like just walk around for me. You see low forward hits, you can do that. There's also gimmicky stuff where you use this to move around the screen, and then you try to set up throws. Well, one of the things I like to do on some situations is they use this to move in, because instead of dashing, you use that as a chance to build meter. So it's a little advantages here and there you can give yourself. And the EX variation hits multiple times. And you can actually follow up, like with a super, if I wasn't terrible. You could do something like that. It's one way to add damage if you need it. It's not as best of EXs, but has its uses. Let me see if I can actually get this.
Oh, maybe it's not practical. But what about the EX donkey kick?
EX donkey kick? Oh, actually, let me go off the short ones. So, off of forward, it's really easy to confirm. And then the EX one bounces off the wall. So, just so you see the distances, it goes pretty far. And then the EX, I believe, goes as far as like the roundhouse, but you get that wall bounce. And then you can do pretty much whatever you want off of that. So, usually you want to go for max damage. Get the stun off. You get that. And you try to time it to get the DP to hit as late as possible, because how we mentioned that first hit, hitting really early does a lot more. Or if you need to get them to the corner, you can go with them. So you can choose what you want to do after that. You can also get just normals if you want, just for simple damage.
Can you juggle into super? Like
Yeah.
after the EX?
Let me actually get it off a far one. You can time it to where you get more hits, or if you want to do showboat stuff where they bounce around off the Shinto. Whoops, did that backwards. Yeah, there's a full hits. Yeah, you can do one where they bounce off and then you do another Shinku, or an EX, I mean. EX Hadouken. This move does a shit ton of stun and damage. Just be a little careful about doing it against crouchers, because it could miss on some of the smaller characters like Makoto, Oro, Yun and Yang. But it is the coolest move ever.
It is the coolest move ever.
Yep. This is why you pick Ryu, because you want to just donkey kick people. There's a really gimmicky setup where you do this, and for some reason everyone always tries to jump out. This will immediately tag them. It's super risky, but if you get it, you're the coolest kid on the block. You're that guy, they got the Megazord for Christmas. So let's see, is there anything else I'm forgetting about specials? And over this. If I can hammer 1 point home, is how good EX Hadouken is. Just constant knockdown, and then having the mix-up afterwards is really important. Because this is what you're going to be doing with Ryu. You actually want to play him up close, because you have a lot of dangerous normals you can antagonize people with. And once you have them scared in a knockdown situation, you have that as a way into super. You have low forward as a different timing with a low. And then you have strong, fierce, and forward as all high attacks they have to worry about. So you're going to wonder, what if they start just fishing for parries or blocking all day, right? If they're playing defensive, you have your Kara throw option, which puts them back to square one. They're going to have to deal with your mix-up all over again. And you have the Kara throw situations you can put them into where you just tick once, you walk up, or you do short, wait, poke them with something else. A lot of people are going to go to a panic button in those situations when they see they have a chance to press something. This will probably beat it, because it has a really good hitboxing where it avoids low attacks or a lot of crouching attacks. And they're probably going to be crouching, so you're going to get bonus damage off of this. So it's a really annoying thing for them to deal with.
All right, so then let's talk about punishing and combos.
Okay. Basic stuff we went over when we canceled all the normals, low forward into specials. This is the most basic punish. Something like that. Some fireballs in this game, like Ken's, especially on hit, is punishable. Ryu doesn't suffer from that problem. So you're actually a bit more free to do this as a punish. It's decent, it's not the best. If you have the meter, I'd spend it, because then you get the knockdown. And if somebody makes the mistake of being predictable with a low attack, like do a sweep, like knock me down and do a sweep, that by itself did a chunk of damage. Do it again. Does a chunk. So when you see somebody crouching, a lot of people or when you parry something and they're crouching, a lot of people go for like the panic parry punish, which is something just like throw, which is decent because it gets you a knockdown. But in terms of damage, you want to do something that's going to be harder hitting to capitalize off the fact that they're crouching. So making them pay with fierce into DP is huge. Or if you want to be safe, knock me down again. Something like that. Since both hits hit crouching, you get a decent amount.
What about low forward into EX donkey kick?
Actually, I don't think you can get... Let me try this real quick. I don't think you can get EX donkey kick off a low forward. Yeah, it doesn't combo.
Oh, okay.
But if you're close enough, you can do this. Knock me down again. That'll work. So standing, forward, and fierce will get you the EX donkey kick. So that's really big damage. And it's also pretty good because it resets the situation. You can do whatever you want afterwards. As far as other punishes go, if you get one of these, it's not that hard to confirm into super. So if you're going to be using a panic button, you can do that. And one of the other things you can do to punish people, like big mistakes, is train yourself to at least get that. Because this is fast, it hits hard, and it's cancelable. So if you see that they're standing and you can go into a special or a super, you have the opportunity. Like miss a DP for me. See? I used forward that one instance, and I did it too fast. That's what you want to be doing. But if you do it too fast and you screw up, you at least got the fiercest worth of damage compared to the other buttons. Shinku obviously is pretty fast. It's also one of those things that people need to be aware of as a threat. Like, do a sweep for me. That's pretty consistent. I think at some ranges it might not be that great. That's about max range sweep. But you're still safe. That should be right inside. This will work. And you get all of that as crouching damage. So that's a pretty decent chunk for something so simple. Low forward if you see a mistake, obviously, into whatever relative special you need. So if you need a knockdown, there's that. If you can get a DP off of it, go for it. The other combos you should be doing is punishes. We've gone over that one. That one. This one's really big. Because not only does it do a ton of damage and a ton of stun, it also carries them to the corner. So even if you need to get out, you're now back in mid-screen. So that's one way to get out of a crappy situation for yourself. What else could we go over? The...
Ways to land super.
Yeah. EX into super is possible. Fireball into super is possible, which is something you could do off a low forward. And all the other cancelable normals. And then there's a low thing there in the corner. They're in a juggle state. So what I'm showing there, that's never going to happen in a match because you're never going to have 4 meters unless you have the hacks. But this resets the juggle every time it hits. So you can get 2 and then do something afterwards, like a reset hit, or that's the cool guy combo. Because obviously it involves Donkey Kick. So you could do different normals to reset. I like using roundhouse because it puts you at a really good range.
Because if you hit the roundhouse to reset and then they get hit by the universal overhead, then you could do like super again.
Yeah, you can put them in that really gross situation where they have to worry about universal overhead and low forward or sweep. And you're also at the perfect range. Let me do this again. Wow, I'm terrible. Where if they try to jump out, you can tag them with an anti-air. So that's a really good positioning for you when you hit that. Try it this way. Oh wait, the empty life bar thing, I forgot. I don't think they fixed that in OE. There's like a funny thing in training mode where if their life bar is emptied out, some juggles work and some juggles don't.
Oh.
So you can meet them air to air, you can sweep them, you can do your sword overhead, or the old grime, dash up throw. Oh, one thing we didn't go over on his mix-up game is using his backdash as an offensive tool. Throw them. What's the most popular choice for somebody panicking? Wake up throw. And the Shotos have a really good option against that, their backdash, because it's short range and it's really fast. So if you know they're gonna wake up throw, you can punish accordingly. So you can start doing really grimy things where you do something like that, you walk in and throw them again, do it again, dash up and throw them again, do it again, and they have to worry about it. It's also really good for making other wake up normals miss, like if they're waking up with like low short or low jab, you can backdash and poke them. So that's really good on his mix-up game. And what else should we go over with his super? The Showboat combo. Dumb stuff like that. You can really mix and match the way you want to juggle it. And there's definitely videos out there as far as like Ryu combo videos, which if you want to see what dumb things are possible, they're definitely there. Just the biggest thing, EX Hadouken's good. If you're gonna punish, make them hurt. And just remember your tools as far as offense go.
Why don't you play a few matches online just to demo everything?
All right. Is it single player?
Oh, no, multi.
Yeah. Oh man.
Ranked.
That shows you how much I play OE.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would play, but you know, I don't want to.
I mean, I have Super Arcade nearby. I'm gonna be an arcade purist.
And there's nobody playing this game online.
Of course there is.
Oh, there we go.
Here we go. We have Kazo Yuri.
It's either an actual Japanese person.
You never know, man. It could be any number of things.
Or a weeaboo that's like, yeah.
Oh man. Oh no, I can't jump at this guy anymore. That was my entire strategy. This guy's like.
So the round starts now.
Yeah, dude. I'm just gonna jump. Let's see what he does.
All right.
All right, he's being really passive.
Safe sweeps. All right, you got the knockdown. Another popular wake-up option.
The DP. Wow, that was good. This guy's seriously teleporting right now. I'm pretty sure he's traveled back in time.
Nice. That roundhouse anti-air.
Yeah. I was trying to go for a gimmick there with that meaty hurricane kick. Because you can actually hit them on the back of their head. Yeah.
Oh, nice anti-air. Yeah, hurricane kick doesn't go over firewall in this game. Oh, you got it. Nice. Smart stuff.
Yeah, so if you know people are going to go for that wake-up DP stuff, they are down parryable. So tap down, and if they're doing the jab one, it's only going to hit once for Ken. Or if it's Ryu, just tap down.
And if they try to do like wake-up, like option select throw, then low jab will come out, which you can parry low too.
Mm-hmm.
So when the round starts, I mean, what would you?
Whoa, Shin Goki.
Watch out for that guy.
He has ascended.
When the round starts, I mean, what are you looking for at the beginning?
I really want to establish a space where my normals are going to beat theirs. So I love standing forward so much, I'm just going to walk up and do it. Like just get one or two steps close. This guy really loves Hurricane Kick. Oh man, this must be JR Rodriguez's alternate account.
Oh, there you go. Watch the wake up. Punish.
Oh, I was gonna go for that stun combo. Oh no, he read me. I'm actually being an idiot right there because it's smarter to block that Hurricane Kick standing when you're not dealing with lag. Yeah, so it doesn't go over you. And I think EXDP is fast enough to punish it. Wow,
Nice.
guy.
Yes.
Yeah. EX Hadouken, man. Bread and butter. Part of this complete breakfast.
Oh, I knew. All right.
Damn it.
Oh, you got too excited. The unparryable jumping strong.
I'm gonna try to end the round with it. God damn it, jump into it. Yeah, you're not parrying this, buddy.
All right. Well, Sanchez, thank you for sharing some of that deep hidden Ryu knowledge. Where can people go for more Sanchez?
There's actually a YouTube account that I update every now and then, and I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff for not only Third Strike, but different fighting games like KOF and Gear and what have you. It's Colonel Pop.
Like Colonel Pop?
Yeah, Colonel Pop. Yeah, it's the military rank Pop. It's a really clever joke, right? So if you guys want to check that out, there's going to be stuff for Third Strike, KOF, just kind of basic tutorials as well, kind of like we did here. And if you guys have questions, go ahead and leave a message on my channel. Or if you want to follow me on Twitter and ask me there, it's at AlexSA2. If there's a particular question you want answered or a character you want covered, more than happy to do it.
All right. Sanchez, thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.
Later, guys.
He's the world champion. He's the world champion. You know the game plan now.
So if you win today, then you're the new world champ.
I guess if he wants to make this a title thing, I'll accept. I'm gonna try to do my thing.
Nigga is free, bruh.